And we are live.
Woo!
With Scott and Mary's Ping Pong Podcast, number 4. With special guest, Jacob Cohn.
Woo! Hello.
How's it going, Jacob?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
Fine, thank you. How's all the ping ponging?
Going pretty good. Well, right as I say, of course.
Well, you got to both be able to talk and play ping pong at the same time.
Yeah, I'll figure it out, slowly but surely.
Did you play any ping pong in Columbus?
A little bit. Not a ton, but obviously foosball is more my game, as the chat already knows.
Scott Zaffron is watching. Jacqueline Taylor is watching. Susan Cohn is watching.
Hello.
Oh. Hey, don't go in there. That's Chupacabra back there.
Chupacabra.
You gonna put on your phone, Mary, so you can read the comments? Hi, Mom. So I got a teeny tiny little tripod that I can put in my pocket. Melanie Lawson is watching. Melanie Lawson lives in Torrance. She could come over.
I'm not sure there's time for her to come over.
Well, someday she could come over. Hi, Melanie. You wave at Melanie. Scott Zaffron says, hi, Mary and Jacob.
Hello.
I hope everyone's doing well today. We were watching the Dodger game, and so it was on
Channel 11.
it was on national television today. And so it was a big holiday in our house. The Dodgers won 7-2 against the rival San Francisco Giants.
They're bad.
They walked in, 2 runners with the bases loaded.
They say Jackie's watching?
Yes.
You got that part?
Hello.
Oh, good shot.
All right. Time for Dad to warm up a bit. We going righty or lefty?
You have to warm up. You're going to warm up, I guess. Hi, Mom. I have to turn the volume. So what Mary's going to do is she's going to set up her phone watching the podcast as well, so that one of us can read the comments.
Scott Zaffron says I got to get back to a concert.
Which
Priorities.
Concert? Wait, which concert are you at?
Which concert?
So anyway, the Dodgers won.
Which is always good.
What else? I fixed the lights underneath the deck today that were not working. So there are a few spiders down there, but
Back.
as you can tell, Jacob's a little more aggressive than Mary.
Whiffed.
And my pants are falling down, as normal. Also, we got to Sears kind of late, almost exactly 8:30, and they closed at 9, so it was kind of a moral imperative to get the Ping Pong Podcast in.
Yeah.
We haven't had a day without Ping Pong Podcast. The other big news is that Sabrina's scheduled to come home tomorrow.
And I'm bad at ping pong.
Well, it's not news.
At least today.
She finished up taking her finals today, and she was working on getting a storage. What would you call it? A storage
Facility.
facility box place. The issue was
Good save. Gotcha.
I don't want anybody to worry about Sears closing in 20 minutes because we never go over 20 minutes.
All right.
Are there any comments while you're looking? Are there comments on mine?
I don't know. Which concert?
It'll say like comments that people are watching and stuff like that.
So there's a bit of a delay between the phone and the live stream. Although that's a little bit inherent considering this is happening now and the phone is having to get the signal from space or wherever Facebook live stream signals go so that they are shared to everybody. Ah.
I know everybody's enjoying the announcements, especially in Spanish.
And doesn't do me much good
Because you don't know Spanish?
because I don't know Spanish.
Well, maybe you can learn Spanish so you can understand the Sears announcements.
Yeah. Be like Pete Buttigieg. What did you learn? You learned Swedish just so he could read Swedish books? I know he learned some language. I just can't remember what it is off the top of my head. Good say for mommy.
Or
Norwegian.
I don't know.
Something. He learned cruise language.
What makes it a cruise language?
Norwegian. Get it? Ah! Switch. Whee! Ball. Thank you.
There are definitely people who are rooting for Jacob. Kaylin Alice Grimes. You know who that is?
Yes, I know who that is.
Scott has not yet replied to which concert he's at.
Yeah. You forgot one. Whee! Boink.
Well, I knew we'd get a new audience when we added Jacob as a special guest star. So all of his fans are tuning in to watch him play.
Yeah, you gotta watch out for the hazards.
Yeah.
All right, we're going in for a 360-degree view of the Ping Pong podcast. I don't know why I have to make the sound effect.
You're close.
Hello, Ivan. Ivan Halperin's now watching. And I wonder if he's regretting it yet. Welcome to our podcast.
How can you miss this level of quality content?
Brian Bernard is watching. Hi, Brian. Says, bring them on camera. That sounds a little beyond my technical skill level. Brian, this is the 360-degree view. I know you're a video professional. We're more home amateur / podcast ping pong types. Bring them on camera.
Oh.
All right.
Got my with a curveball.
And I'm going back to the foosball table where the mini tripod rests.
Ooh.
Connection available.
Whee!
You have to tell stories now, Jacob.
All right.
Like, what'd you do today?
Pretty much the exact same thing they did. Although my immediate thought for telling stories was philosophies from college. Since this is my first time on the podcast, a ton of people have not heard these yet. So the first one that I wanted to lead off with was about the war on drugs. And one of the big life lessons, I guess it would be, that I got from college on that was I heard from one of my classmates during my final semester. Ah! Save it! Woo! That was a no.
That was a no.
That was a no. That's what that
In
was.
case anybody else was afraid of watching that, I was too. There were sound effects that were pretty good here, though.
But the classmate told me that he had an uncle who had a child and was turned to a life of selling marijuana on the corner because working 24 hours a day at McDonald's just wasn't cutting it. And so, not being able to go through training because of his situation, not having finished high school, not being able to require the tools to move up in the economy, the best way for him to take care of his child was through selling what is widely considered now a harmless drug, assuming it was not laced with anything. And so my immediate thought upon hearing that story was, there's nothing inherently wrong with what he's doing. You know, obviously the law says it's wrong, but he's not hurting anybody. And as an economist, there is a general guideline of if it is not a dangerous good and the market is there for it, why not create a legal market? But instead, there has been this idea for so long to put harsh punishments on those that have done low-level drug trafficking. And it seemed like such a mismatch to me, and it requires a much deeper look at how drugs such as marijuana are treated in this country. Now, obviously, there are some drugs that are much more dangerous to both the user and those around them that need to have a much different discussion. But going back to that theory of if it's not dangerous and there's a market, why not properly regulate it? I think it opened my eyes a little bit more to there being more than just black and white.
Beth Waba said, "Hey, where's Scott?" So I had to make an appearance.
Yeah, I was wondering why he did that.
Just read the comments.
So is there a moral to your story, Jacob?
You know, not all decisions are black and white.
Are all cop cars black and
You need
white?
to understand people's situations and the effects. It is indeed. That was one of my more enjoyable days in class, was having that discussion and hearing this story about someone that sold a non-dangerous drug illegally to help raise their kid.
So is it worth breaking the law to...
Doug Sobel is watching. Beth Waba is watching. Hi, Beth. Hi, Doug.
Hi, Beth. The show Family Guy actually addressed a very similar issue where the cop character let a man who stole a couple cans of soup from a store walk free because he was doing it to save his family. Obviously, we don't want huge crime sprees and people justifying them with, well, I'm just doing this to help someone. But, how could you create a system in this world to where people don't have to resort to stealing food to take care of those that they love?
Is that communism?
I don't know.
Socialism?
The question is there a way to do that without making sure that everyone has the exact same amount? Because that dissuades innovation. It's hard to talk deep philosophical thoughts while Dad is nailing ping pong balls at me. But that's half the fun of the podcast, isn't it? I'd have fun and keep talking and keep playing ping pong.
Hopefully the goal is to make it a place where people can enjoy themselves and feel a little more connected. And people can watch us play ping pong and talk about silly stuff.
Yeah. Or the eventual heat death of the universe. All right, their turn. I'm taking a break. I'm going to watch the comments.
Or lack thereof.
Or lack thereof, yes.
Or lack thereof.
So anyway, Sears closes at 9.
They're coming after us sometime.
It's just not yet.
Just not yet.
The mall closes actually at 8:30.
Beth says, "There's Mary. I love your guest player." Oh, thanks, Bethy. Love you too.
We're not shopping.
We are not technically shopping.
I don't know if we've added anything meaningful to anybody's life. I am kind of wondering what concert Scott's at.
Yeah. I'm sure we can look up who's playing tonight.
I think J-Lo.
Oh.
Yeah, I saw somebody in JLo last night.
Whoop.
I like the Spanish announcers. Anyway, the mall closes at 8:30. Sears closes at 9. Macy's closes at 10, so you can walk up and down the mall. And I don't know what time Din Tai Fung is open till. It tends to be kind of the later one. And we haven't had dinner yet, and so the plan was to go to Grain Cafe, which is open till 11 in Redondo. So we do have a plan that involves ping pong and Sears and walking, which we haven't done any of yet.
Well, we've done, or doing ping
Walk
pong at
here.
least.
Yeah, but you don't get any credit because the phone's over
No,
there.
you're not getting any step miles.
Yeah.
If anybody wants to sponsor some Fitbits, please don't, because I won't wear it.
I definitely won't, because I already have an Apple Watch and I don't wear that.
Good. Ernie or Garrett? Garrett. What happened to Ernie? Actually, I posted an article, I think on podcast number 2 about Sears, but they are actually not in bankruptcy anymore.
They came out.
They were bought out of bankruptcy by the former CEO, who is now the chairman. And they're trying to go with a smaller footprint, basically. They also own Kmart. But basically appliances and sporting goods. And there's one other thing that they were trying to
Craftsman
basically...
tools?
Oh, yeah. Well, the Craftsman tools they sold off to somebody else, but they still sell them, obviously.
Right.
But they sold the brand.
Kenmore Appliances, though, is theirs, right?
Yeah, they're trying to basically be an appliance company.
Oh, sorry.
My turn? All right.
No, we're gonna just say goodbye.
They're gonna kick us out.
Come over here. Everybody come over here. Look over there.
Look over there.
Thank you, everybody, for watching our podcast.
Thanks,
See you next
everybody.
time.
Bye-bye.
Oh, I gotta put the crap on.
Beth says, hi, Jacob.